my last blue scar, or whatever on the very last day that I fight for peace. Before I prefer down the world, fill the bangle with flags. Known persona known as Grouchy Satirist. Non-persons are welcome here. DJ Memory, release the track as well. Hip-opera/graphic novel, Antibody. So it's a spiritual sci-fi. No graphic novel, so you're really just getting half of it. But,
an underrepresented genre.
Oh, nobly born, your breathing is about to cease. Your guru has set you face to face with the clear light. Now you are about to experience it in its reality in the Bardo state, wherein all things grow like the void and cloudless sky, and the naked, spotless intellect is unto the transparent vacuum without your
silver cord stamps the karma, leave your body. You long to return to adore with gaudy novelties. A template of magnet, pulling you toward a vortex across this great land. Into a mountain fortress, into library in the middle of a ritual with minimal like trickling onto the assembled symbols enclosed in my desk. Built in older stone figures, spit and repressed text are affected by roll figures, sole protectors of the knowledge of men. Middling whisper through bamboo truths written with invisible ink. A broken ring of makes of centuries. Train perpetually while trying skeptically that they'll all be wasted energy. We're spacing our set deep below the slamming cold floors. Along small force warms amongst intertrue balls and ghosts. Finding synchronized vanishing weapons of all sorts without solid forms. The story highlights of multiple force. Just questionable the more sure. Like the rise of the spirit class, falsely reborn, with a sense of being stared at. Apparently back to the earth plane, electric and ionized, missing converging lines with sense other than eyesight, some shining bright, sit in front of a mansion, focusing their minds on the task of management, which demands single-pointed concentration. Absolute fearlessness, jacket, shoulder, only talisman, I am pyramid, climbing further skyward, defying flying blurs like lightning strikes across firmament, through flocks of frightened birds, and choppers topple come where devil gods are dropping from. Watch my pops come, you know your names, and remind them what to run, my curiosity overcomes. Enter shadow of possessed trees, which strips a claw of hunger, sigil of unseen enemies. The tendency of the crowd leads for the front and centerpiece. A wax snow jar, the most menacing recipe. Velvet bag of green iron, fine and sulfur mixture, egg piercing the nails, dried scorpion and lizard, a vision of golden beast whose ancient voice hoarsely speaks. These premises have been cursed by black sorcery. Dust shatters the jar, more fury, or a glass jar, branches and grass arm, and then you bend back, sharp from the scabbard, as grenade and dagger is aimed, and the cyclone is homeless fire descending from the plasma blade. Makes its scintillation attract, before shouting Lahu Akbar, not meant for you, but you're caught, cast into the stars. You were made of fire, answer to Hada, king of the sun, and all in the range of his light. You who are made of fire, answer to Hada, I am king of the sun. Carried away out of the atmosphere by Mercury. Thanks, you're much better than last night's crowd. Zeus, bringing good fortune from the mountain's peak. Border dweller, God crossing boundaries, psychopath, guided souls from shore to shore. From Pelio, Greek war before the door. Brother of Eris, lover of the fairest, owner of the golden apple, chosen by parents, guardian at the gate to chapel Perilous. Known before death to pilgrims to his pyramids. One of salt, one of sulfur, one of mercury. Alchemy, astrology, and theurgy broke into solar lunar. Aspect perspective to philosophical technical. Wisdom and method, Christ, great celestial farmer. Patron of poets, free courier. Wielding the staff of Moses, hope you're focused. Little liberated in a law of divinities having abandoned your mandala. Their body becomes such densely coated realms. Tenants for concerns, attempt to overwhelm. As you travel past the namesake of the God holding the helm. To behold the true sun, is conditional nirvana into heaven. Hotter than any supposed hell. And the freakishly rare, difficult to deserve honor, which is why you've been tricked to the attention of King High, whose angelic race is the father of man and built in the Buddhahood, taking longer than plan, conjure a man that man can understand since you escaped samsara and the most purgative sands. You need to be brought up to speed, initiated into lineages common with the ancient sages, and a few others like you, simply stated, abominations of pig cases. Relax, receive the blessing. In 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. The original spark of life is reflected in all the disconnected starlight. Arches bright harmonizes with the endlessly dark night. Far and wide, from the seed, the mutating archetype from time without beginning. We're part of the void. Reality pulsed in a singular point, like a thinkerless thought. Pyrrhic comatose, soul insisting, feedback looping a roller roast. Arrow, time flew through the smashing team, slash guts, reveal entire spacious galaxies, white heat, light speed, now I see him paralyzed, stone thrown symmetrically, clinging nearly to life, following photons, engaged for ages, string my mind up a sex cell, on a world of patience, drawn around the fire, 5 playful forces, planets, fuel forming stars of fine stable orbits, incubated, in a vacant, concentric womb, taking root, where the language in its view, mutual belonging, foods made by the temperature change between the veins of flame and the gaseous membrane. She bathed their delicate limbs with wind and rain, unrestrained to dedicate their energies to disseminate an army waiting, like grass plains with absolute faith, clutch the earth to return gravities and grace with erect spines of mind, expected for some time. Indivisible whole is more than individual work combined alone and worthless. Synergistic symbiotic emergence, without inspiration nothing lives. Her kiss nourishes all she loves enough that their senses matter, feels test riders over test patterns, through the next chapter.
In her society, nature, life, consciousness, finally space, the base in which it all exists, like the opposite of moving lineage, returning self-natural, you would not be fit as society follows nature, so flawed by violence, and be guided by the God light, silent, you're the pulse, being high, guidance right hand, living death, easy to shorten your lifespan.
Primal perception of insects works directly full of perfumes are unmediated, states of ecstasy, chemical pollen, road signs, navigate their journey, set to develop in reaction to what's there to perceive. Luckily, exist to make shade, so some can hide from my glory most high that both illuminates and blinds. Control radiation first love of the earth. Love light that shines the water, auspicious for the first word. Cast them hold my gradual hold, past encoded and gradual holds, casual struggle, the castle low, dancing flow, astral gold, it dissolves disease. Exalts when it can't burn, animals stolen by man, caged in a lantern, tangling from land element, burn the candle, cold that's lit, ambivalent nanoseconds of vanishing remnants. Life sudden answer to question to the anthropocentric who love alone overcomes transgression and reveals vanquished nemesis. Despite all this love, world events make the help of the started grappling. It makes himself selfish and a dead room. The weariness is in nature's favor. They don't trust yet the subconscious, autonomous nature's greater. Higher mind is shared. With all that's evolved, mirror and dance with as many others draw to craft drinks these into heroic qualities, or sacrifice your life to redundant mediocrity like an insect appendage of the royal bloodline whose collection guides thereby conducting functions all the lives the master of the environment controls adaptation. So she's given to everything, the facing and taken all his powers. Your property, identity are well defined that human life contains infinite angelic time and for dream voyages. Across the known universe, monarch of the space this variable. The man who claims life with his presence on the species was a perfected ideal. And a picture for Skinner by such hermetically sealed. In fact, the X-Light to the evolution commences. With such power you must insist. The planet's immune defenses. Don't worship words at the expense of the senses. Like you worship the sun at the expense of the earth.
Space, consciousness, life, nature, then society is the mind's hour. Later, stranger, or protect of behavior, coming later than the breakout of the dual chamber, the enduring presence of your age-demanding creator, build body, mind, changing how to DNA, including knowledge of how to maximize needs, until you invent a new kind of evolution.
One on the beat.
Memory on the gun.
That's it for me. I used to be SOB, now I'm relevant.
Woo!
So, someone, Magnum 44, Broton, or Waker Prevail, or somebody's coming on next. Constructicator.
Arm cell, fuck does a zygote.